we're all familiar with the general concept of a color change, yeah? So essentially it's a fairly simple magical procedure. You take a card like the Joker here, and when the magician waves his hand over the card or the deck or whatever, it changes from what it was into what it is now, something completely different. Now this is a fine idea, definitely a little bit boring though, if I do say so myself. So tonight we're gonna try something a little bit different. And what I'm going for here is, I guess, what I'm gonna call a reverse color change. So if the idea of a color change is that the magician takes a card and the face changes, what if the face stays the exact same and the magician changes the back of the card instead? Probably a dumb idea.
Pink lights. I must be in a Kier Gomes video. Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Kier's channel. Sorry, you'd have to excuse these. I just came back from the future, as you may or may not know. And I brought back, of course, the latest, the greatest, the NOC3000X2, along with the NOC3000X2 limited edition deck. Now you're probably wondering, why am I here on this video? Well, it's a very good question. I don't know, he came on my video, I figured I'd come on his, just to let you know that these decks are now available on House of Playing Cards right now, so you can pick some up. But if you want to win some decks, here is Kier to give away some decks. Alexa, play Spade Runner on Spotify.
What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. Ooh, guys, today is gonna be an exciting one. If you guys were not aware yet, the new NOC3000V2 dropped officially today. Now this is an exciting thing for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you know me, you know I have been a huge fan and supporter of Alex Pandrea for a really long time. I mean, this channel has pretty much always covered the big Alex Pandrea news. So of course I'm super excited to be doing another deck review for another Alex Pandrea deck, but I'm also excited for today's episode because, if you guys don't know by now, I helped write the script. I was brought on to kind of help curate this whole NOC3000 continuance, the sequel that kind of set up the story from the last V1. If you guys watched any of Alex's video from last Friday, I did make an appearance in that video talking about my role and kind of how I helped create this new NOC3000 AI universe that sets us up for all kinds of cool stuff in the future. I also announced on that same video that there will be a giveaway on this video. So if you guys are interested in winning some of the new NOC3000X2 decks just for yourself, make sure you guys are paying attention throughout the video, because for the first 3 hours after this video has been posted, anybody who enters the secret word that pops up in this video in the comments will be entered to win. But I just can't wait anymore. I need to review this deck. You guys want to see it. So before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
Alright, so as I mentioned, this is a special project to me for more than one reason. Not only do I love the deck, not only does it match my kind of color scheme that I keep in my videos, but this was also such an honor. I got to work with one of my heroes on helping write the script and the story for this release, so this is definitely an important deck for me. A lot of you guys already know this deck did not come from the future by itself. Oh no, it came with the limited edition pink version, which we will also be reviewing in today's episode. So as you can see, the boxes are done in a very similar fashion to how the V1 boxes were done. The box is done in this beautiful deep violet color with this nice hot pink accent. On the front, sides, and back, you can see that the stripes make for a nice contrast between violet and a lighter purple, and the hot pink added in there just adds a really nice pop of necessary color. I also like how the design does mirror a lot of what you see on other NOC decks like the NOC Originals or the Knockouts, and it has this kind of solid band at the bottom. It keeps things looking very uniform in terms of the NOC universe, however it does expand it to all these cool little side brands. There's nothing written anywhere on the sides of the deck or top of the deck, so this is very bare bones. It just says NOC in the front NOC in the back, and 3000X2. Now the same thing goes for the limited edition pink version. The only difference is this one comes in a different colorway and has a limited edition seal, which denotes which number out of the 3000 printed you received. So in this case, I got number 10 out of 3000. So that's pretty much everything for the box. Let's go ahead and pop these open. All right, your back design looks like this. So you can see you get that nice NOC3000 format that we saw on the V1. It is a nice deep violet background with those lighter lines kind of making some texture inside of the design. You also get a super thin neon pink border that goes around, and it adds a broken border done in hot pink. Now this looks really, really nice for things like fans or spreads or even certain flourishes like the Cascade, which Alex laughs at me because the video that you guys saw on Friday, I originally just wanted to teach the Cascade flourish because it looks so good with this deck, and he'll never let me live it down. As you can see, the cards look astonishing in a fan, really clean design, super kind of cyberpunk colors, which of course, as you know now, was the whole theme and thought process behind this deck. I obviously love it because the colors stand out to me. As you can tell, my background, it always looks like this. I didn't do it just for the video, so this is definitely a deck that is suited to the aesthetic of my channel, which I really appreciate. Oh, just look at that one more time. Ooh. All right, you get your standard NOC Ace of Spades. You can see it is an enlarged spade pip, and it says standard playing cards premium quality underneath it, and it has that nice broken stripe that goes through the ace. I love the NOC Ace of Spades. I think it's super, super classy, very minimal, which I think always kind of just goes with NOC. So it would be kind of weird to see a NOC deck that didn't have a more minimal Ace of Spades. As well, you are going to get two identical Jokers, and this is, again, very standard for the NOC brand. It's going to say Joker in the corner, and it's going to have a star in the middle. On this deck, these stars are done in this beautiful, vibrant, hot pink color, which, again, just goes with the theme and the color scheme of the deck. Okay, now in terms of ad cards and gaff cards, you are going to get two gaff cards. So you are going to get the beloved double backer. This is helpful for card controls. It's also just really useful for forces. I mean, you can use it for a ton of stuff. If you guys are interested in ways you can use a double backer, I do have a video on that on this channel. And your other gaff card is going to be a blank card, which you can use for a card eraser, you can use it for a blank fan, you can use it as just a cut card if you're playing poker with this deck, whatever you want, you can do it. Now the faces of these cards are bicycle standard in terms of the numbered cards. However, the court cards have been customized, so let's get into that. Right off the bat, you can see some of the customizations are very easy to pick up on. The colors have been swapped out for pink and violet, just like the back design. The overall uniform designs have been simplified down, just like the Paperwave deck that I recently reviewed. Love the violet circles that kind of bleed into that pink. It looks very, very futuristic. I absolutely love that. And as well, the pips on the spades and clubs have been inverted, so they are white instead of black. However, they do appear different, as you can see on the hearts and diamonds. The background is white and the pips are red, as they should be. So this looks really cool. These are what your court cards look like. I honestly think that this is like the ideal level of customizing for a deck like this, because it's a NOC deck, so you do want it to reflect certain standard elements, but the back design is so heavily custom for a NOC deck that it's good to see some customization also added to the court cards. It really balances out the design of the deck, and these are things that I encourage people to think about when they're designing their own deck of cards. Does it make sense to do some subtle customizations? In this case, I think it really paid off. Okay, so that was the main edition. Let's take a quick look at some of the designs of the pink limited edition. This one looks just as good in my opinion. So the colors have been just inverted and changed a little bit. So instead of hot pink, you get this really nice shade of pink. It's like a baby pink. It kind of matches my sweater here. Those lines make it look a little bit darker, which I think looks really nice. And then the border break is done in that same violet color that you see on the main edition. So this deck looks really, really nice in fans. You get that nice, deep, dark violet band that just rides out that fan. I really, really like the way that these look. The Ace of Spades, the Jokers, and everything else are the exact same. The court cards are the same. So really, it's just the back design and the limited seal that is different. And honestly, it's hard for me to decide which one I like more. I think I'm gonna have to go with these ones though. All right, so that is everything that I can say about the way these cards look. So let's switch angles and talk about how it handles. All right, so handling wise, what can I say? These cards feel amazing. So these are printed on crushed B stock, so they feel really, really good. They're nice and thin. and as well they are nice and soft. These cards feel broken in right out of the box. Before I do anything else, I just want to show you guys what a fan looks like one more time so you can see you get this beautiful broken border, just extends all the way through that fan. Look how good that looks. Oof. Hang on, let's check it out with these really quick. Yes. Ooh. So much yes. Just look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh. That could be a thumbnail. Right, that could be a thumbnail. Okay, back to these ones. So yeah, these cards feel really, really good. They already feel broken in. Like I said, they look really good in spreads and fans. The cards spring effortlessly. They feel extremely soft. Not having any issues there. Here's that new gerbil sound. Yes. Love it. All right, now I know Alex made fun of me for wanting to teach the Cascade with this deck, but I'm gonna show it to you guys and I'm gonna let you be the judge. Ooh. Yes. You know what? Let's put that in slow motion. See, Alex, you should have let me teach that because it looks dope. Yeah, so this is definitely a deck. You can use this deck for Magic, absolutely. You can use it for cardistry, of course. So kind of one thing that I love about all of the NOC designs is that they really are applicable to cardistry and Magic. So you can see this is definitely a deck. You could use it for cardistry, you could use it for any kind of flourish, and it's gonna look really, really good because of that design and that vibrance. Really just pops. But also, because of the standard faces and the thin cardstock, it's a perfect deck for Magic. It's a deck that's gonna feel good while you're using it, that a spectator can look at. They'll find it interesting, but as well, it's not overly distracting because of the faces. And I just really dig that. Whew. And yeah, so there you go. Well guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode and my review of the new NOC3000X2 Playing Cards, the pink limited edition and the violet main edition. Now guys, I was a huge fan of the white and blue aesthetics in the V1, so I'm curious to know, do you guys like this deck just as much? Do you like it better? Do you like it less? Let me know everything down in the comments. As well, I hope all of you watched the full video because the secret word did pop up. Of course, you also have to be a subscriber, and of course, you have to like this video. Those are 2 qualifying factors. I will be announcing the winners for that at some point in the next couple of weeks. I am also doing a Paperwave giveaway that is still live, so I will make sure that that video gets linked after this one. Big shout out to Alex Pandrea for letting me work on this project. Not only was it just such an honor just to be able to pick your brain and kind of see behind the scenes of making a NOC deck and the trailer and the story, I could not have been more thrilled about a project than this one. It hits home on so many levels, from the color scheme to just how much I love the first deck to how much of a fan I am of the NOC series. As well, guys, I will be uploading a video reacting to the V2 trailer. I will have that done hopefully sometime this week. Last year I did a video reacting to the V1 trailer and I had nothing to do with that one. So the stakes are pretty high for this one because, in a lot of ways, I'm gonna be critiquing some of my own work. Big stuff on the forefront as always, guys, so make sure you are subscribed and do drop a like on this video. With all that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Let's go.